G'day Pete, how you doing?
Yeah, good mate, good.
Thanks for taking a moment to help us with a bit of a review with the program. So if we take a step back 12 weeks prior to when we started, you said that you were always quite active yourself, you'd been in your training for a few years and you were pretty one-dimensional, you loved your weight training, and obviously the style of training we brought in was a little bit different. So have you found that to be a positive for you?
Oh, definitely. I suppose like I said, from where I'd come from, I basically just concentrate on doing weights, not so much of the cardio incorporated into it.
Yep.
So I suppose for me, starting to learn different techniques on the way to do training to get your heart rate up, as well as combining weights with that, with the cardio, was fantastic for me. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy doing like circuit work now. I don't think I'll go back to just doing weight sessions by themselves.
Yep.
For me, I think getting into the circuit type program, you can still lift decent sized weights, but you've got the cardio aspect with it as well. So that's what I really enjoy, and I've got a hell of a lot out of it, and thoroughly enjoy it.
So the structure of the training, how we brought in the themes and put people into different groups based on their abilities, do you find that it's been effective in terms of people sticking with the programs, and how's everything going now that the program's finished? Have people been on board and still involved?
Yeah, no, most definitely. Look, if we go back 12 weeks, you know, that a lot of these guys hadn't even been to the gym. You know, they weren't involved, they were doing their day-to-day stuff. I suppose for them, a lot of them had a lot of negative thoughts because they knew the place was closing, so we needed to do something. And with you guys coming in and setting up this program, one, you know, it found out right at the get-go where they were at, you know, and the fact that they probably did need to do a bit of fitness. And we thought with this program, it allowed us to get everyone as a group together and get them active, especially before they leave, you know, at the start of next year. So the program has been amazing for them. Just that the outlook on these guys now, the fact that they've done their bios, they found that, okay, I need to do some work. They've done the group sessions, they've done some of the sessions by themselves as well. Now they've redone their bios and they've lost, you know, up to 10 years. And these guys have just gone, wow, I can do it. You know, and with the help from yourself and even with leadership like myself getting involved, we've got these group sessions, we've kept them going. And I think that's what's keeping the morale up, is the fact that we're all working together. We get up there, we have a bit of fun with it, but we go through an hour's program and the guys are going, how good's that? It's fantastic. And they're even going up there before work starts. Never would have seen that. Never. But now they do. They get up there an hour before we even start work in the morning. And then they'll still go to the group session when we have that during the week as well. And just the morale and the leadership, plus the morale from the guys off the shop floor, is that they're getting involved. You know, and there's guys that didn't go in the program, but they watch us go for our group session, and they thought, well, I need to do something, because that's all we're talking about. We're talking about, you know, with our fitness, what are we doing on weekends now, and, you know, going for walks, bike rides, you know, even doing some of this circuit work at home. You don't need weights. Yeah. You know, especially to do the cardio side.
Yeah.
And just doing like push-ups and sit-ups and some of the other exercises that we're doing. They're all got involved, and these guys that weren't doing it, we're talking it, so they've decided to get out and just start walking. Yeah. You know, they're not involved with the program, they're not getting up and getting into the weights and that, they don't want to do that side of it, but just the fact of getting out and walking around the plan, doing 5 or 6 laps, you know, there's nearly 5k. Yeah. Just in walking. So they've actually embraced that side of it because they're just seeing the results from the rest of the guys, which has been fantastic.
I think one of the most rewarding things for me personally is having the leadership guys on board who have helped to keep the program going once the initial bulk of training's finished. So not only, like, the biggest fear for us is that, you know, you impart all this information and training on people and then it stops. But I think one of the most positive things that have resulted is guys like yourself, Belinda and Laz, getting in their running sessions, and that everyone just comes together as a unit and works hard.
Yeah, they have. And I think because we're encouraging it, and, you know, it's like, you know, we don't mind having that extra hour in the day, having an hour and a half during the day to make sure it happens. And I think they've embraced that and the fact that we're driving it as well. You know, it was great. You guys drove it, and we had the nutrition and we had the group sessions and the bios, and they were really into it. The fact is, we haven't stopped. You know, like just said to them, you know, go off and do your own stuff. It's finished.
Yeah.
We've said no. We'll keep the group sessions going because we love doing it.
Yeah.
So we might as well get you up there. And, you know, look, we all know where we're at and what's happening with the plant. And you know, to take an hour and a half out of the day is not a big thing. You know, and we're doing it now 3 days a week with the different levels. We've still got our levels 1 to 3, and we've still got our 3 to 5s, but we're combining them all now. Those guys have moved up a bit level,
Brilliant.
and the 3 to 5s are actually working a bit harder. So we do mix it up a little bit and really push them. But yeah, definitely they're enjoying it, and so are we.
So do you feel like a lot of the guys on the floor are in a better state now to deal with what's going to happen with the redundancies and having to make that huge change?
Look, definitely. I think mentally and physically, they're in a better state. I mean, I'm already hearing of guys, you know, looking for jobs, and they're putting their CVs out there, and I just think it's up here, you know, and I just think now they know that they're feeling better about themselves. So I think that's helping them now get out there and get work, because they know come March next year that they'll need to. So if you're in a better shape and a better mind, well, then it's definitely going to help you get work, which I think is going to definitely help.
Excellent. Well, thanks for being part of the program, Pete, and proud of you being up there running the show on behalf of the team. So I'm sure we'll be back soon to collaborate with you guys, and look forward to that day.
No worries at all. Thanks a lot,
very much, mate.
No worries, cheers.